Hello, beloved ones. Pastor Greg here from St. Paul's United Methodist Church and Wesley Foundation. I'm here today in one of our Sunday school rooms, one of the many spaces where folks gather together to have conversation, to talk about stories from Scripture, to talk about their own lives and the way those things connect. Spaces where they can be seen and known and loved and share their questions and their uncertainties and their fears and their hopes. This particular room that I'm in happens to be the room where our 6th through 12th graders gather for Sunday school each Sunday morning at 9 a.m. When I come in this room, it reminds me of a very similar room that I would have been in the late 80s when I was in 7th grade in Wilmore, Kentucky. I remember that Sunday school class, and I distinctly remember being asked by the leaders if I would help teach the class with them. I couldn't have known it then, but that simple ask, that act of putting confidence and trust in me, allowing me to speak, even if my ideas were slightly unorthodox, or if my words were the typical words of a 13-year-old, that sort of trust in me and willingness to hear my voice really mattered for me. In fact, when I look back on it, it is a part of why I ended up pursuing a call to ministry and serving churches all these many years later. It seems like such a small thing, just asking a 7th grader to share some thoughts about a Bible story in the Sunday school class. But for me, it was no small thing at all. We've been talking about small things quite a bit this past month. Small dots of light in the sky, small weddings, small sermons, small babies who become small children. It's these children that we're going to think about even more this coming Sunday as we hear some stories from Scripture that help us to consider the value of the voice of a small child. We'll be remembering that size or stature or social position doesn't really qualify or disqualify us from having a spot at the table or having a voice. That there's some real value in listening to all, regardless of age or station or size. And often we discover that our children and youth, perhaps the smallest or youngest among us, have some really important things to say to us. And who knows, by giving them voice and trusting them and listening to them, we may just put them on a path that will change their lives forever. We'd love for you to join us this weekend as we continue to talk about these things, as we worship together in person at 9 and 10:30 in downtown State College. We'll have communion at both of those services this week. Or you can join us online. We live stream our 10:30 service on our YouTube channel, and you can join us right at 10:30 or anytime after that from wherever you happen to be. We'd love to have you join us that way if you can't be with us in person. Additionally, we'd love to invite you to our potluck luncheon on Sunday. It's the first Sunday of the month lunch, where we gather together with a meal around 11:45 after our 10:30 service, with no other purpose than to simply be together, to share tables and conversation, and to continue to grow in relationship so that we can see each other and know each other and continue to love each other, which may seem like a small thing, but is in fact no small thing. We hope to see you soon.